What's up, YouTube? Welcome, welcome, and welcome. Story time, Jack. It's a real one. I don't condone violence. I'm not glorifying it. Um, I was young when it happened, and dude who it happened to, I ain't gonna say no names, but if he's still living and he see this video, I hope he forgive me. And I always said, if I see him and I got it, I'm gonna give it to him, you know, because I took it from him. So it started like this year. I was staying with my cousin them in that mighty nine. Well, them fools don't mind dying, bro. But yeah, staying over there by my auntie, so I started hustling back there, just dipping and dabbing, keep a little change in my pocket. Wasn't nothing major I was doing uptown. But one day we all out there on the block, in a hole. Whoever know what a hole at, they know. um, but it's in the ninth wall. We was out there one day, and one of my older cousins, his partner, had a fight with my little cousin. Now, on that note, my little cousin had a set. So, he they went in the blender, man, for a minute. And while he was in the blender, my cousin did him something bad, but they had this real tall dude out there, man. He had to been about 6'3". I'm 5'5", and he was about 6'3". So my cousin and the dude, they getting it in there. They getting it in. They coming from the shoulders. They rolling, but my cousin busting him up. So the tall dude, well, I like to say his name. Just now, I ain't gonna say his name. But anyway, he he telling the dude who fighting my little cousin, man, knock that little nigga out, man. I can't stand that little nigga. Knock him out. Bust him up. And my cousin brutalizing him. I'm talking about if he was saying that shit for nothing. He probably was saying it because the dude was still, he was still swinging. He didn't give up. And the tall dude you did, he steady hollering about some beat that little nigga. I can't stand that little nigga. Whoop him, whip him. Now I know my little cousin don't bother nobody. He ain't never bothered nobody. But saying that to say this year, my little cousin became a professional fighter after that. Professional. I post one of his videos. He became a professional fighter after that's when he knew. That's when he knew he had something. He went amateur and then he became professional. So anyway, the dude out there, man, what? Beat him up. I'm looking at him, you know. I'm like, I got him. I'll get him one day. And, I'll get him one day. So one day, that one day came. God bless his soul. My father, my daddy, he passed on. He passed away. It's another story, but he passed away in OPP. He was a diabetic. And where we was hanging at, my great uncle built the house right there. He was standing at house, so he came on his porch and he called me. He said, "The jailhouse, they want you on the phone." I'm like, "What?" I said, "Who are they?" He said, "It's the people from the jail." I get on the phone. It was Frank Mignol. So he asked me who I was. I told him. So he said, "Your dad in there?" I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I'm sorry to inform you, but he passed away." I said, "Man, you got the wrong number, man." I hung up the phone. Bam. I went back out. The phone rang again. My uncle called me. I'm like, "Man, look, how many names y'all got back there that's that name? How many?" Man said, "Listen, this is his emergency contact number right here. It's him." I spazzed out. I'm like, "What?" It's my uncle I was by. My auntie stayed around the corner on Lesep, right there off of Poland, at the end of Poland in some apartments. I was on Rampart in Kentucky, right there, a block and a half off of Poland. I ran around the corner and I told my auntie I was crying. And she was like, "Them people must be mistaken." She called him, she found out. She's heard that's her only brother. My dad is her only brother. And when I saw her crying, I knew. I knew right then and there that it was real. Um, so I went back around the corner where I'm hanging at. I hung out there, went back home, went to sleep. I woke up the next day and went back round there. Now, I had a double barrel sawed off. Like I said, I'm not glorifying this. Um, I don't condone nobody. This happened when I was young, and I advise the youngsters not to do this. Stay clean, man. Stay clean with it. Don't do it like this, yo. So when I go back around there the next day, um, my uncle's house was sitting right there, and he had a fence, a gate that you go in. It's an alley. It was fence, nice fence all the way down to the back, and you walk to the back, and then you had it, because they had a side door and they had a back door all the way in the backyard. But when you open the gate, and it was the houses that set off the ground. So as soon as you open the gate, right up under his living room, under the house right there, I had the sawed off, the DB, double barrel. So here come that old boy, 6'3", 6'4" dude, coming down there. Say, "Man, hey man, I heard about your pops, man. Sorry to hear that." "Boy, I don't want to hear that, boy. I don't want to hear nothing coming from you, boy. I ain't even forget what you was trying to do when you was telling that dude." But I ain't say that though. But he's standing out there. So they had some apartments right next to my uncle's house. They had the first floor and the second floor. You go under the thing in the first floor, you could come up the steps and you're on the second floor. And the first door is not an apartment. It's a room with a washer and dryer in it for the people who live there. And inside the washing machine, I had my DB, the sawed off. So the little dude came back there who I knew. He came up there talking about how he's sorry about my. So the tall dude, he right there on the first floor in front of the apartment. He hustling. I asked the dude, I said, look, I'm gonna draw down on him, get that shit from me. Everything. Cash and everything. He said, all right, I got you, bro. I get the thing out the machine. I lean over the front, the banister, and I called him. Say, G. He looked up. I said, if you run, it's over for you. He said, man, what's up, man? Go down there, playboy, and get it. He went down there, got it. I said, get from around here. That was number one. Number two, he come back round there, because I guess he feeling like he lost his dad. He probably was tripping. Uh, so he come back. He ain't say nothing. He just came back out there and started doing his thing again. The thing was under my uncle's house now. I walked right up under there, got it. Don't run. Was by myself. He gave it to me. All right. The third time, he sent word to me. He said, tell that boy I understand what he going through, but let bygones be bygones. Can I come around there and make my change? I sent word back and said, tell him it's all good. Now, I don't want to say my boy name either. It's another dude who out there. I don't want to say his name, man. But yeah, cause he remember. I know he do. I don't want to say his name though because he had became big, you know. But anyway, me and him was standing out there, and I told we standing in front of my uncle's house. I sent word back and told him, tell him, yeah, it's all good. Come on. He came, hollered. I dapped him off and everything. What's up, man? And before he get there, when I sent word, the dude who was with me, he said, boy, I know what you up to. He said, but look, I don't want to look like I'm involved in it. He said, so get me too. Because I don't want that dude thinking, I said, all right. And dude come up there standing by, we dap, so what's that? We acting like it, everybody acting like it's normal. I opened the alley, the gate, I grabbed the thing. Now all four of us standing out there. My partner, 6th Street, me, and DB. And he said, man, he said, boy, I don't like being around you when you got that thing there, bro. I said, it's all good. Up, open the gate, go back there, both of y'all. My partner too. Got him back there. Everything. But I'm focusing on 6th Street. And my partner, he got all this jewelry on his hands, and he like, see, bro. it ain't gotta be all this year safe. But what he was telling me was, take mine too. He throwing this shit in my face. I'm like, oh, I said, look, take that jewelry and put it on the ground. Everything, man, empty your pockets. Cause I had totally forgot. I know I brought him back there, but I had forgot about it. You did, so he lays up, yo. He brum. So I said, now y'all get from around here, both of y'all. You know, leave my partner shit. I gets all this shit. So I'm like, all right. Think that was was that the third or fourth time? Cause it happened 5 times. But that last time it was nighttime. It was raining. I'm leaving from around my uncle's house. I'm going to my auntie house. So I got to walk straight and make a left. When I get to the corner, make a right. My auntie stay like a block down. It's raining out there, so I'm walking, the water. I hit that left. By the time I got in the middle of the block, 6th Street walking toward me. We walking toward each other like we finna pass each other up. And I threw that thing up, boy, boy, don't make me blow this thing, boy. I'm telling you. He said, all right. He said, here. And that boy up a little 2 nickel on me, man. Put that thing in my face. That boy put that thing, he said, boy, I'm tired of you taking my shit. So I got the DB, he got the 2 nickel. I started crying. And I'm performing while I'm crying. Come on, let's do this. Come on. He got the thing, man. I'm tired of you taking my, but we right there. Like, man, let's like warriors, man. Let's do this here. And when I went to crying and that rain in my face and he see me, that boy said, hold up. Cause he seen them 2 big things like this year pointing at him. I had something like this year pointing at me. About like this year. You know I love them little 2 nickels is. So I said, come on, let's do this, young. I'm ready to go. I'm ready. That boy said, hold up. He had that thing at me like this here. That boy was like, hold up. He said, don't blow, bro. He said, I'm putting it down. Put it down in a crying. Put it down. Now give me everything. Give me everything. Yeah. And he did. And I'm not bragging about this shit. I'm not bragging about this, yo. I was by myself. The first time I had the little dude get it. Second time, by myself. Third time, my other boy. And it was 5 times. I can't think of that fool. I know the 5th one was in the rain. And that was the last one right there. Boy, to come to my head when it do, I'ma show I'll double back and tell you. I know it was 5. But I'm saying that there to say this year. That dude was hustling to pay his bills. He had a nice house. He had a car note. And like I said at the beginning, if I got it and I see him, I'm going to give it to him because I truly, truly, truly am sorry for that. But I had just lost my pops, and I remember him saying, telling the dude to hurt my little cousin, when my little cousin put that hurt on the dude, but it was just the point. That's my family right there. But one day, I'm going to say maybe about a month later, because like I see, dude was paying his bills with his hustling, man. He was paying his bills, he was paying his car note, he was making some good change. And I seen him. They had a free concert at Armstrong Park. Y'all know, if you from the city, you know Armstrong. They used to have free little concerts and shit. You know, LL Cool J might come through there, but we out there. Everybody out there is packed out there. I'm walking through the park. You know, going around walking. They had benches in the park, and they had a dude laying on the bench. He was, you know, his jeans was dirty and shit, and he had a coat covering him, and he was asleep. And I looked, I'm like, no, he was homeless. He was homeless. I I don't think I don't know if his family fooled with him or he wasn't really from New Orleans. I don't know. But I do know he was homeless when I finished with him. And that's why I say uh, I'm sorry for what I done. I'm really, 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 truly am sorry for doing that to that dude, man. And if you see this video, man, you know who you is. I apologize now. It's up to you to accept the apology, man. But I'm just saying, you know, that was my bad. You know, you probably ain't really paid attention to what you was doing when you was telling the dude to hurt my cousin. And then my pops had passed away. So I wouldn't, man, I was on some other shit, man. And, bruh, I hope he's still living. You know what I'm saying? But, oh, I ain't say this yet. When we was round there in the rain, when we was in the backyard, when I was on the top of the apartment building, hitting down, I forgot to mention I ain't had no bullets. I was out here 5150 head first. So when we was in that rain, he had me. He had me. So if you listening, bro, you had me in that. When we was in that rain, you had me, man. You had me. And God must have had something planned for me because you put that thing down. You put it down. And I'm here all these years later telling this story. I'm telling this story all these years later, man. Bro, you know who you is, man. I really am truly sorry, but I did not have no, not one piece of ammunition in that thing. Some people say you were trying to die, but you know something, I'm not, you know, in the process of me doing him, I had a hottie. So I was going all around Clued in the night while telling them, drop the Ray running to the coat. Man, what you, man, put everything in you, man, with that DB looking at him. Just looking at him eye to eye. That's how, yeah, that's how spoiled look, eye to eye. But I ain't had nothing either. I couldn't hurt a fly with that thing, man. I was tripping. 51 just didn't care. But that's what I say. When you young, man, I wouldn't dare go on no mission like that right now. If I was out here still, man, ain't nowhere in the world I'm about to go out there with nothing in them things, man. I was tripping. But I guess I don't know, man. I don't know. But he had me some kind of good when he told me that this year, he said that was your last time taking my shit. That's your last time. Your last one, bro. And that boy up that thing. I think I was crying because I think I was about to go, or I was thinking about my daddy, or man, I started crying, but it made me put on an act like, come on with it, come on in, come on, I'm bucking with it now, come on, let's go. Well, boy, let me tell you, man, bro, I made it, bro. I made it. That's why I tell people I ain't no gangster. I'm just a soldier who made it through the struggle, man. That's all I am. Man, salute, salute. That's what I did, bro. I made it through the struggle, man. Say, man, listen. Uh, y'all go like the video. I got to deal with these two things right here. They animals, man. They bad. I got to deal with them. I'm about to deal with them. But I want y'all to shh. I want y'all to like the video, man, and send a comment, shoot something in there. If you comment, hit the like button. I'ma answer you. I'ma answer your comment. You dig what But that's a true story, man, man. Yeah, bro. Dude, dude. Shut up. Dude had me, man. Dude had me. Let me pause for a second. Hold up. Yeah, like I'm saying, bro, that's just one of them. I got a bunch of them things because I was out here doing that there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't bragging. I'm not the baddest was back then. I wasn't the baddest one, but I did do my thing though. And I can tell you, you know, I really was jacking the jackers. Yep, and I ain't bragging on that shit either. I ain't bragging on that, man. I hate I did that shit. I hate I did that. Knowing what I know right now, man, let me tell you something. I hate, I hate that I did that. That was not cool. That shit wasn't cool. I'm sorry I did that shit. I'm real sorry that I did it. I apologize, man. Whoever I harmed or angered or disrespected around that time. If you see this video, I'm sorry. But if I see that boy, if I see 6'3", that's what I'm gonna call him. He was 6'3", 6'4". If this me, he was about this year taller than me. So he was up there. So I'm 5'5". But if I run across that dude, I got something for him. I got something for him, man. I got to give it to him. I can't give him everything I took from him. I can't give him everything I took from him. I can't. I mean, it'll take a while for me. I can, but it's gonna take a little time. I can't put him back in his house. I can't get him no car, but I can start paying off my debt, man. I need to pay off my debt to dude, man. Cause I really thought he was a cool dude until he started doing what he did with my cousin, man. He was I don't know if he knew that was my cousin or he just didn't care. But he was totally being disrespectful out there. And my cousin did what he did. My cousin got with this dude so bad, he punished him so bad. He My cousin is a minister now. He a pastor, and he have a wonderful church. I go and look at his church on Facebook every Sunday. He have a wonderful church, man. It's beautiful, and he's a damn good pastor, man. A damn good pastor. But he had became a professional fighter too. Right after that day, he started going to the gym. I guess he didn't know he had it like that. I could put a video up with him, beating the brakes off somebody. He kind of, he looked like Floyd Mayweather a little bit. He got them features, same features. I always said that, but man, I appreciate y'all looking at the video. And like I say, man, I do not. I don't know how people be saying that. I used to hear people say this is for educational purposes only. That's all this video is for. Educational purposes. Educational purpose. That's what it's for. Take this here and learn from it. Because what if he would have hit when we was in the rain? Right there. What if he would have hit? I was a goner. That boy was gonna send me right by my pop, man. And I'm so thankful that he didn't do it. I guess he knew what I was going through. And I ain't had BBs to put in that thing. I ain't have rocks. Man, that thing ain't had rocks in it. Rocks that you pick up off the ground and throw them. I had no rocks in that thing or nothing whatsoever. But, that was some cold-blooded, like I say, me knowing what I know right now. That was awful. That shit was awful. And right now, today, a jacker, man, I can't stand him. I can't stand him. So I can't say I can't stand myself because I ain't, I don't get down like that no more. But man, I got another one, man, where somebody, he had got the business. We gonna talk about it, but I'm not gonna use no names. I might use the dude name who was with me, cause that was my, oh, God bless his soul. But I might use his name, but the dude who got, he, he got put in the chair. He got put in the chair. So, we're gonna talk about that one. That's a long story right there, man. Now it might not be that long. It might not be as long as this one here. But like I say, man, I appreciate you. Uh, 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 I appreciate y'all listening to the video. I can't call it. I might spoil it. Stay paranoid. Now you see why I be paranoid. You stay paranoid and stay ready, and you ain't got to get ready. You know. But if you're gonna comment, keep it respectful. If not, oh well. Um, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Subscribe to the channel, man. I'm trying to do something here now. Come on. Oh, come on, Sonny. I'm trying to do something right now. Go on and help me out. Go on now. Click that thing and help me out. Hit the like button, man. I appreciate y'all. I can't call it. I might spoil it. Salute.